for
I'm
being
Nick Lewis. This is Raw Rebellion. Sorry, I know I need a haircut. Well, I'm gonna get rid of this pretty soon.
You don't, man. You don't.
Yeah. Well, I'm here with Kyle, and he is just finishing his 7-day juice feast, and we are here to update you about how that went, what epiphanies or revelations he had, and what he experienced. So, Kyle, why don't you get into it? How has it been? What have you realized, or what's this done to you? What are you thinking about?
Clean me out.
What do you mean by that? Can you explain? Go into detail. Nothing's too gross for this channel.
Okay, man. I shit tons of hard shit.
How many days after?
Yeah, so day 4, day 5, and day 6. And just now.
When did you start going liquid? And then
I went liquid the first 3 days.
Yeah.
Then day 4, 5, 6, and just now, totally hard shits.
Has it been nothing but hard for 4, 5, and 6, or has it been like
A mix.
next?
A mix.
Well, just so you guys know, we got commentary over here.
No, but that helps actually.
That's good. I like those
Yeah.
questions. Well, so I know you have to you're going away for work,
Yeah.
and would you want to continue feasting if that wasn't standing in the way?
I would consider it.
Yeah.
Today has been the toughest day.
Because honestly, if you're still having solid stuff come out,
I should keep going.
I mean, that personally, I would think that that's it's really imperative to get to a point where at least the serpent is completely out of you. And this is what I'm telling you guys. You're listening, I'm telling you, I have a few people now on Juice Feast all reporting the same thing. They're going several days, a week on juice, and still having solid stuff come out. Think about what you have inside of yourself sitting there. The average American, it doesn't even matter anymore because pretty much every country has become westernized with the food. The lack of fiber and just the fact that it's cooked is going to make it move through you slower, which means that it's more likely to back up. Stuff gets stuck in there. I mean, you get diverticuli or diverticulitis or losis or whatever it is, and those are herniated blowouts in the colon. And I know I'm sure I had one because I passed on around day 20-ish, between 20 and 30 of my 90-day feast. I passed something really hard and jagged, and it made my waist go down half an inch.
Whoa, dude.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, think about what, and I was 28 when I, did that, so, think about what other people, 40, 50, 60-year-olds have going on,
Crazy.
I mean, so what else, man?
Let's see, I felt my sense of smell really increased.
Yes.
You said that, and
You get lymphatic clearing?
no, that's a
No.
weird thing.
Is your nose always clear though? You
It's
generally-
pretty clear, though.
Yeah,
No, it
you
is
don't have
pretty clear.
swollen lymph nodes really or anything.
I might have, because my
Yeah.
nose is clearer than it has been.
I-
But it's weird how I smell food from a mile away. I smell food like a shark smells blood.
Yeah, and I mean that's really you starting to heal your feedback system, because I'm telling you, as a fully raw foodist, my sense of smell really hasn't diminished much since the Juice Feast. It's still super strong. Of course, when I do little micro feasts. I'll do 2 or 3 days here and there, sometimes just to clean myself out. But I'll get it'll get so strong, man. And sometimes it's a burden actually, because sometimes you're smelling things you just don't want to smell, right?
That's the thing is if you want to just dampen your senses to
Yeah.
make it easier, I don't know what to say to you. But I would rather have the power to smell and the power to think clearly. And that's been another thing is I've be more. It's not like I'm thinking more clearly, but things are coming up, and so as a result, maybe I feel like I'm thinking less clearly because I'm more aware of these things coming up that are impeding my normal thought patterns.
So good.
What?
So good.
She liked your explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that was
Thanks.
very well said.
Thank you. Yeah. So the other thing is, yeah, I've worked doing this. So Chris over there was juicing for me, so I had the privilege of experiencing that and still working.
Chris over here. If you're in the Boston area and you can get out to Weston, we can help you juice. We can provide that service for you. So
Yeah, it cost me, I paid him fairly, and I had that privilege. If I didn't have that privilege and have him juicing, I probably wouldn't have done it. So this is a really cool opportunity. But moving forward, I'm probably gonna do another fast at some point, much longer. But I would want to do it in an environment where I'm also meditating a lot, because I found that my meditations were actually way more difficult because I meditate like nightly, and it was way more difficult during this juice fast because I just was really so distracted and so, I guess, more energized. So it was like an opportunity for me to face these things.
and I think it's also
going
gonna depend on what level of detox you're on. Like you're
Yeah.
only doing a week, and like you even just said, like you're still having solid stuff come out of you after 7 days. So like let's say you actually got to a point, you went the distance and got to a point where your small intestine is completely clear, and your lymphatic system is starting to really drain. You might have a different experience 1 month, 2 months in. I know that it got to a point for me when I was feasting that I was meditating like 20 minutes before bed and 20 minutes when I woke up every day, like clockwork. And I don't meditate at all now. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. Meditation is great. Actually, Dr. Fritz Albert Popp did a study on people who like meditate long term, and it showed that they are much better at storing their biophotons, so they do not emit as much, so they have much stronger cellular communication. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
that's
Yeah, I would strongly recommend that too. But let's see what else it came up. Yeah, I guess that was. I guess the juice fast overall was easy. It really wasn't tough. Mainly, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I wasn't juicing my own food. I would recommend to people starting, like, make sure you save up money and that you're ready for the extra money that it's going to cost, because there's a lot of vegetables involved. So buy bulk if you can.
on average about 20 pounds of produce a day.
It's a lot, yeah. So yeah, just be prepared for that. And I also chose a week where I wasn't traveling around a lot, so I was more in my house. That was also important. But it's totally possible to do if you're traveling around. You just have to plan it out a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say about it.
All right. Well, so now you're gonna break, and you're gonna break. You're soaking your prunes right now, right?
Yeah, they're soaking.
Cool. And so, like I was saying, you should drink soak 19 prunes in 8 ounces of water. Drink the water first, then eat the prunes slowly, and and continue juicing for the next 2 or 3 days. You're breaking the juice feast. You always want to continue juicing for a quarter of the amount of time that the feast lasted, while incorporating solid food back in. So the first day you break, you're gonna just do the one solid prune meal, and then the next day you're still juicing all day. The next day you're still juicing, but you can do the prune meal or another fruit, and you can do 2 meals that day. Then the third day, still juicing, you can do 3 meals, and then you should be pretty much on your way back to solid food. If you go much longer, definitely you're gonna want to space out that landing. Definitely give yourself a lot more time with the juice. So, and water-rich fruit will never hurt in those situations.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
What was your favorite juice that you were drinking?
Pineapple juice.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you do it with coconut at all? Or?
No, I never did
man.
coconut.
It's just you cut open the coconut, drink half of it, then fill it up again, fill the rest of it up with the pineapple juice, and that's a real pina colada there, folks. Like, if you haven't had one, that's the real deal. So
That's good. Yeah, and I'd also like to thank Nick for. I could just text him and be like, "Yo, like, what do I do on this? Like, oh, what do I? How do I break the thing?" Or and he'll just respond with really valuable information that I wouldn't have known otherwise. Honestly, I wouldn't have known any of that. I would have hurt myself doing it because I would have done it wrong.
it's absolutely imperative that if you do the juice feast, you do it correctly. You drink enough juice. There's no such thing as too much juice on a juice feast, but there is such thing as too little. And that's where a lot of people run into problems, and people don't understand how that works. So juice feasting can get a bad rep, and people can really poo-poo it when
No pun intended.
you're right when they're having bad experiences due to doing the process incorrectly. So that's really important, and I'm happy, and I really believe in it as a healing modality. I'm not saying that it cures disease or anything. I'm not saying it's a panacea. I'm just saying it's one of the best first steps you can take to a better way of life and give yourself a new reference, right? And sort of restore your feedback system a little bit to know, because you might find that even just after 7 days, your tastes or what you're interested in eating might change a lot, but it's different for everyone. For me, I think I really needed to do the long haul to really change and really heal my feedback system. So I'm here for all of you guys who have questions. You can just leave comments on the video or contact me on Instagram. I'm Raw Rebellion on Instagram. And I'll also leave my email in the description. So, is that all you had to say to the folks, or any last thoughts or anything that might have forgotten?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck with your thing.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
job. I believe in every one of you. You all have the power to make this happen. So
Yeah.
we'll get through it. Join the rebellion.